the Rod and Fez Show. Thanks for being with us on a Wednesday, and everyone's invited out Thursday night, tomorrow night at Dave & Buster's.
And the dumb Southern Jersey mullet-wearing retard.
Now, Crazy Jen says she's going to do her escape act there tomorrow night, and she's bringing her street team. Here's my radio psychic, Fez.
Radio psychic.
She doesn't even have a street team. I don't know what happened to the street team. They swore they were here for me.
Sure. A street team equals teasing the retard.
Yeah.
Saying you're part of her street team.
They're poking her in the butt with forks while they chant mean things behind her.
That might be a nice idea. Just pass out plastic forks while she's in the straitjacket.
Yeah.
Because there is no way she's escaping.
All right, Fez, you got to pick a winner now.
That's right. This is for the Kid Rock tickets. That is going to be September 9th at the Merriweather Post Pavilion. And the winner, by naming Lindy England's baby, is Jay, who gave us the name Sovereignty. Sovereignty England.
Tribal sovereignty means in the 21st century, and how do we resolve conflicts between tribes and the federal and state governments?
Yeah. Tribal sovereignty means that. It's sovereign. I mean, you've been given sovereignty, and you're viewed as a sovereign entity.
What?
Okay. And therefore, the relationship between the federal government and tribes is one between sovereign entities.
You seem stupid.
We can only hope Lindy England's baby isn't laughed at as much as the president was in that exchange.
And will be again soon. All right, Fezzy, look who just came in here. It's your friend from New York City. It's little Lenay. How you doing, Lenay?
Good.
It's great to have you come down. You're spending a couple days at Fez's house.
Yes, I am.
So summer's almost over for you. What year are you going into this year? Is this first grade?
Second grade.
Second grade?
Second grade already?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, Dubs was doing a funny dance with you. What was he doing? What was that dance that you and him were doing together?
The Hello Kitty dance.
Yeah, how does that go? What happens there?
Well, what you have to do is you have to stick out your butt, and you have to just move it
right
at the beat of Hello Kitty, kitty, kitty. And that's how you do it.
You move it to the beat.
Now, Dubs, do you think that's appropriate to be with a second grader?
No.
And yet you did it.
And sticking out your butt and shaking it to the beat.
Now, I thought you were phobic about children.
I'm very phobic about children.
What is your problem with kids? You're not comfortable around them?
No, I just feel very uptight.
Right.
I would rather be with like a 8-foot tall, gargantuan man than have to have a girl.
Right.
Why would you have to go so extreme the other way? Why couldn't you just say, I'd rather be with adults?
All right, now, well, he's saying you feel odd because you're such a big person and there's something about it. Go stand next to him, Lenay, close as you can get.
Okay, I will.
And let us know when you start to feel uncomfortable, Dubs.
Just talking about it.
Right, just the thought of it?
Just thought of it.
Why are you holding your neck?
I'm
there she is. She's very close.
All right,
how far does she come up to you, Dubs? About your belly button?
Crotch level.
Yeah.
And
all right.
makes it even worse.
All right, now how does the Hello Kitty dance go? Oh.
Hello Kitty.
Oh, Dubs, that's inappropriate.
It is.
Yeah.
And I turn around and I think I look at her. I think I'm doing something dirty.
Right. So you feel inappropriate around children.
Very.
And that's a real phobia of his.
Do you feel like if, let's say you were in a room with a kid and someone else just walked in that room, you would immediately be accused?
That's part of it. I think that if I'm in a room with a kid and they come in and I'm playing trucks with them or something, I think I'm, trying to get in his pants.
All right, now that's an odd thing to think. Let me just guess this. If I had to say, Dubs, I would guess that something happened to you when you were a kid.
I've heard that before.
Did someone play trucks with you?
Who said that to you?
Just people, just with a lot of my phobias, like the phobia of white condiments.
Right.
People think that maybe I was...
You can't be around mayonnaise.
No, not mayonnaise or ranch.
All right, but could you do this? could you watch a child with white condiments pouring out?
Instead of mayonnaise, kiddies.
I would be very uncomfortable, and I would want to leave the room.
What would you do if you happened to be left alone with a child? You spilled white condiments on their head, and then the press came in and started taking pictures. Would that be a bad thing for you?
I would freak out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never freaked out before. I would imagine I would have some kind of panic attack or something.
The pederazzi.
Have you ever had a real panic attack?
No, I don't think so.
You feel more comfortable with Lenay than you thought?
No.
Hey, well, I'm over here.
Right.
I'm more.
And I went so close to you.
Yeah. Now, Lenay, does Stubbs feel like a bad man to be around or a nice man?
Nice man.
Yeah. And yet, does it make you upset that he's nervous around you?
Well, it makes me very upset, yes.
Yeah. Would you be willing to testify in open court against him? Look at Stubbs' face. You are so nervous. That's a child here.
I'm just trying to keep my mind busy on other things like spots.
You know what we could do is we got Don the hypnotist, and maybe you could be hypnotized to find out if something happened to you as a kid. My belief is it did.
Well, you know, it's kind of the same because I'm just a girl.
She's just a girl.
And I'm
in love with a boy.
Yeah, and you're a boy. It's natural. What you're feeling is natural, Dubs.
And I'm just little and you're just big.
Right.
Yeah.
So what?
So what? Just be cool.
We're all people.
Yeah.
I just can't handle it.
Don't take a shower with that.
Come on.
Stop it, Dubs.
Do you want to hold her?
No, please.
Oh, please do it. Do it.
Oh.
Come
yes.
on.
Yes.
Why don't you pick her up?
Yeah.
Go ahead over there, Lenay. And
okay, I'm going to do it.
And now, Dubs, I know you have this phobia around children.
Yeah.
Lenay, how much does she weigh, Mikey?
I think 39 pounds.
39 pounds. So
me too.
She's a small girl. Go ahead, pick her up, and then no, you've got her at arm's length.
Yeah.
You got to pull her in for a hug.
Okay.
Her dad's here. Look at his face. What are you feeling?
Almost crying.
What are you feeling now, Dubs?
I'm feeling filth.
Hey.
It's not anything against the kid. It'd be with any kid.
Right.
But I don't think I should be with kids.
Why?
What happened to you that was so bad?
I don't know.
What do you feel right now?
Like I'm looking at myself doing something very bad.
All right, go ahead, put her down.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid, like Frankenstein, you're going to try something.
It's going to be like a mice and men. I'm just going to be petting her and I'm going to snap her neck or something.
He was sweating, he was out of breath, and his eyes started to water up.
And I was 35 pounds.
39.
39.
Well, it's okay, you know.
Yeah.
Did you ever think someone that big would be afraid of someone your size?
Well, you know, that's babyish because, you know, his dad picked him up.
Right, that's what we're afraid of.
Not really.
That's where we're running into the problem.
We don't know what happened there.
Well, yeah, but...
Do you have any memories of anything bad happening to you as a kid, Dub?
No. I mean, my dad left fairly early, so I
You're
don't...
sweating like a slave, just so you know it.
I really don't remember very much before the age of 10.
What?
You don't have any memories?
I have some, just like very few of like, you know, I can kind of remember what our first place looked like, and I remember a little bit of living at my grandma's for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
Well, is that how you're scared about children?
Yeah.
You can't even answer a question.
You're just a piece of cake.
You really are a piece of cake.
Yeah.
You're bologna and cake.
Bologna and cake together. You know what? A bologna cake sandwich.
That's
what he is.
With a quarter pound of cheese.
All right, now, Dubs, let me ask you. You say you can't remember anything before the age of 10. You don't remember your first grade teacher?
I know who she is because I still used to see her even in high school.
Right.
But I can't remember who my second grade teacher was, third grade, fourth grade. I remember my fifth grade teacher.
Where did you go to school? Little House on the Prairie, where 1st through 12th is all in the same place?
They're all very close together.
Now, not to freak you out about this, that's another sign of people that were abused as kids.
That's another reason why I've heard that I might have been abused.
Or at least something traumatic happened to you at an early age.
And one of the biggest things I remember from being a kid is when my mom and dad did get divorced, not caring.
Here's a weird thing for me. I can't remember anything since I was 11th grade until 3 years ago. And something bizarre happened in those years.
There's a gap in the tapes there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Somehow I got houses, family. I don't know what happened. Got a career somehow. I don't know what it was. All right, so, Dubs, you're trying to get over this thing with Lenay. And, Lenay, you're comfortable with Uncle Dubs, right?
Yeah, but I just want to say to you, piece of bologna cake.
Right.
Yes.
Why are you such like a crybaby like that? It's just a child.
It's just a child.
And you know, it's okay because I'm gonna be fine. If you watch me, all I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna just be reading books of science. That's all I do.
Like
Really?
those kids.
Well,
Maybe he
sometimes
is the weird one here.
Well, sometimes I practice my Hello Kitty dance in my room.
Right.
But that's a whole difference.
Well, that's only in the name of science.
Well, could Dubs go in and maybe in your room?
Yeah, but if he doesn't break anything of my Hello Kitty collection, no. In fact,
Yes.
no baloney
Doctor?
heads allowed it. And you are a baloney head.
You know what would probably help him more?
What?
Instead of baloney head, if you just called him Uncle Dubs.
All right.
That would probably make him feel better around.
Now, Fez, Lenay and her dad are staying at your house for the next couple of days.
Yes.
What if, Dubs, would you be willing to go over and maybe babysit one night?
What night?
Right.
Maybe,
You take her over there, you get her ready for bed, and you wait. What are you panicking about?
Make sure she gets in her pajamas.
What are you panicking about? Where did you go? You almost took a knee on me.
I just putting her in the bed.
Yes.
Just doesn't seem right. You can't
Why?
do it herself.
Why?
Nothing is going. Are you afraid you'll do something?
No, I'm afraid of, I don't know, maybe sees it and looks at me and says,
No,
saying it in front of her didn't help anything.
That's not gonna happen. You know why?
Why?
Because at night you can't see anybody by the backyard by my room. You can't see
it'll be
anybody.
dark. Dubs.
It'll be nice and dark.
Yes.
Okay. Except for the flash
And you
bulb.
could shut off the light if that happens, okay?
Right.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll all know that I'm
And we'll put on Tommy James. I think we're alone now.
Children behave.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Now you got a brother that's like much younger than you.
Yeah, he is 12.
Were you awkward when he was little?
Yeah, we have no relationship really.
You couldn't be around your own kid brother.
Yeah.
Why? That's your brother. Hello? Anybody in there?
Anyone ever read a science book? That's your brother.
Read a science book about human bodies, okay?
Yes.
I don't want to.
Forget about this whole thing.
I don't want to go over the human body with you. I'm sorry.
What is wrong with that? What if you do this? You don't have to get her ready for bed. You just sit there with a book about human bodies. You read it to her until she falls asleep on your shoulder.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to go to a library and get it because I don't have one like that.
Oh, Uncle Fezzy does.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then give me...
Male human bodies. All right, Dubs.
Forward by Ed Rooney.
I would love to get a psychologist for you, or anybody who knows about this, 866-277-4969. As you know, Fez, I'm always interested in everybody's phobias. I've never met anybody with a kid phobia. I've met, kids that were afraid of adults, women that are afraid of men for being bigger. I've never met anybody, and some men I know are afraid of, like, little babies because they could choke or you could drop them, and they just don't feel good about them. But here's a second grader, Lenay, who's our friend. Mikey D, of course, is her dad. They're here to spend the night at Fez's. And yet you're so uncomfortable that you're in the same room with her, Dubs.
Yeah, I'm starting to get itchy, actually. Like, I might break out.
A bad itch?
Yeah.
Like, I got to satisfy this itch? Is that what you're saying?
7-year itch?
And you know what?
She is 7, right?
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Baloney Cake, whatever your name is.
Uncle Dubs.
I know, but I'm just telling him about his crybaby baby child / I don't know.
Right. What about it? How should he fix himself?
Or you just, kidding around because I'm really getting upset about this.
Right.
And I'm laughing about it so you could get away from it.
Right. You're trying to laugh off the uncomfortability, Uncle Dub says.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to,
You're trying to be a lady.
Yeah, ladylike. I already do that. I get makeup.
Right.
More makeup.
Another thing is I don't really know what the cutoff is and when I feel comfortable around kids.
What, like 13, do you think you'd be okay with?
I think I could handle 13.
Right.
Now you're faking it. You're faking it. Yeah,
now we know he is sick.
Would it make you feel better, Dubs, if Lenay wasn't here in, like, full makeup? And, like, adult clothes?
No. Party pants? I don't think so.
Hey, I'll do it one day.
Sure.
She will. She's
one day. You'll do it for a living.
I got all that stuff. I get all the makeup. I even have it, here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it in my case.
Maybe Uncle Dubs will help you apply it.
Maybe.
I ain't helping her put on heels.
Hey. You don't say that.
Okay.
Here's Jeremy. You're on Fez.
Hey, Jeremy, go ahead, buddy.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, pal.
Yeah, I just was asking. I know that earlier you guys had played the piece of the tape from the president when I was in the car, and I was telling my wife about it. She couldn't believe it. I don't know if you're going to revisit that at all this evening. If you had a chance, I would love for you to play it.
All right, we'll play it right now.
I appreciate it. Thanks for that.
Okay. And then we got to stop playing it. It's driving me crazy. It's an embarrassment to the whole country.
What do you think tribal sovereignty means in the 21st century, and how do we resolve conflicts between tribes and the federal and state governments?
Yeah. Tribal sovereignty means that. It's sovereign. I mean, you've been given sovereignty, and you're viewed as a sovereign entity. And therefore, the relationship between the federal government and tribes is one between sovereign entities.
You don't have to worry about him in the Bushisms because he will make more.
Well, yeah.
He is a Bushism factory.
And if anybody hears any of them, quick send it to us before Dynamite because it drives Don out of his mind, and then he ends up yelling at B.A.
That man takes all the heat.
That was my favorite story I've ever heard. All right, Dub, so you're going to stay over one night.
One night.
You guys, you can share a room. You're in your jammies. Lenay's in her jammies. But look, how about a 68?
Okay.
Where, you owe her one.
Almost there.
Or one. So the deal is, Fezzi, that way he knows that he's in a safe place and everything's going to be okay.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Dubs, what do you sleep in?
Underwear.
I sleep in a nice ladylike pajamas, very cozy. Oh yeah, it's so cozy that it's so.
Are you trying to seduce me?
Hey.
You like candles?
Oh, I love candles.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's nothing. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm just like a teenager, except a little version of it.
See, that's what you have to think of, Doug. She's just a little version of a teenager.
And I'm speaking like a very big person.
Right, you are.
Like an adult.
You really are.
I'm worried I'm going to break the Jaeger out and it's going to be a party.
Why? Do you really think you would do something horrible, Dubs?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know now?
I just don't want to be in the position where I could do something.
Ooh, I went from laughing at you to being really creeped out.
I don't understand this. You went from I have a phobia and I'm afraid of being accused of something to he's now saying you don't know what you would do.
No, I just don't.
You said I don't know what I would do. You're sweating. I swear to God, I've never seen anybody like Sirhan when they grabbed them.
Hey, you see, I'm getting backed into the corner that I hate being backed into when I'm around a kid.
All right, what's that corner?
Man.
The corner is the kid-touching corner.
Of your own dark mind?
No. Yes. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Do you think there's just a monster in you that's waiting to come out?
I hope not.
You see why El Jefe's hanging around with Charles Mann a lot more than you?
He's got the act down, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, tell me, Baloney Cake, what's happening? Well, what's happening? Okay, why are you afraid of children? They're just little. Come on.
Yeah, they're just little.
Yeah, Joe Steinberg. What's the problem?
You were one.
Would this make you?
Yeah. Yourself?
He doesn't remember. Why don't you do this, Stubbs? You lay on the ground with your shirt off and let Lenay walk on your back.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Oh, that feels good. 39 pounds.
Look, he's down.
Where'd he go?
It hurt him what I said. It hurt him. Where are you, Dubs? Come back to me.
I'm here.
That's too much? Your eyes have watered up. You look like you're going to cry.
Do you want to take her in the pool at my place?
You have a pool?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. I was dreaming about it, too. You know, I was thinking about it.
About going in the pool with Dubs?
Well, no.
What kind of bathing suit do you have? 1 piece or 2 piece?
I have, 2 pieces, 1 piece.
Yeah, it'll be 1 piece when Dubs is done with you.
Monsters coming out.
So you're not even going to have children of your own, Dubs.
Oh, so I think that your scary monster in the closet is
in the closet.
Child.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
I got a child in the closet.
Yeah, like that. Like, I can't even say it. You're aggravating me so much.
All right, here's Jack. Jack, you're on the Fez.
Lenay, honey, this is Uncle Jack. Walk slowly out of that room, backwards. Get away from Uncle Dubs. Hurry.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you very much. See, now you're freaking out the listeners, Dubs.
Yeah.
I'm freaking myself out.
Are you going to about to cry?
He seems that way. Here's Ben, you're on the Fez.
Hey, I wanted to ask Dubs what the best thing about taking a shower with a 12-year-old girl was.
Very disgusted. Sorry I had to hear that, Lenay.
That's okay.
They're good.
You've heard worse.
What's your problem about it? What's your problem?
I don't know.
You just want to go up and sit in the office with her alone for a while?
Or do you want to just talk to, like, a sadness doctor? Because I always do that. When the start of school happens,
all right.
I get sad.
All right, now, what makes you sad when you start school, honey?
It's, actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But every year before you start school, you go to the sadness doctor?
Yeah, because sometimes I get sad about my mom and dad, and that's okay, but maybe...
When they're fighting?
No.
What?
Because I miss them, and I don't think this year I'm going to be doing that.
Yeah, you'll be above that.
You're not going to miss them this year.
Well, last year I did it in the middle of school.
Yeah.
That was really strong of me.
Yeah. And you missed them so much, and then they took you to the sadness doctor.
Yeah.
I used to be the same way when I was going to kindergarten.
Yeah.
And as soon as and then even in high school, I still would try to run out of the school. I just never stopped.
Well,
I was just like, why go in there?
I have a sadness doctor in my school. Her name is Miss Bauman. She's very nice.
Yeah.
That's handy.
And what has she told you when you miss your mom and dad?
Excuse me?
What did she say to make you feel better when you're missing mom and dad?
Well, she gives me activities to do there, and last year she gave me cards like to do stuff in the morning with my mom, because she always wakes up for me to get ready for school, and then my daddy gets me to school.
After he comes too.
Yeah, this would always help me. What grade are you going into? Second grade?
Second.
When I would feel sad when I was your age and I would miss my mom and dad, I would always drink beer, and I would just keep drinking that beer.
Wait. When you were like a child?
Yeah. And
okay.
I would just keep drinking beer, and then finally I'd start to feel good about myself. And then I found myself meeting other people.
Sadness juice.
Yeah. And it seemed like I would make more friends, and everything would be fun then.
Hey, I got a good name for that.
What's that?
Activity.
Activity.
Yes, it's an activity.
It really
that
is.
you're doing.
Yeah, and now I go.
I got the name of it.
What's that?
I got the name of it.
Yeah.
Drinking beer sadness holiday.
That used to be me. I would take a drinking beer sadness holiday.
My sadness doctor handed me an envelope today telling me she's quitting.
Now, you go to a sadness doctor, huh, Fez?
Yes, I go to a couple.
Is it from being afraid of children and mayonnaise, or do you have something real that's wrong with you?
It is not about children and mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel then?
Yeah. What's wrong with you, Fez?
I always feel better when I leave the sadness doctor's office.
What did you work on
Why
today?
do you want to go there? Because about the sadness doctor. Why do you want to go to the sadness?
Oh, why did I go to the sadness doctor?
Why are you sad, Fez?
Oh, just sometimes I feel sad and I don't understand why I feel sad.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
And I stay sad for a long time.
Don't talk over the kid. Go ahead. What do you think you should do, Lenay?
I think you should relax and just relax, sit, and do what your favorite thing is, and just have a happy day.
Yeah.
And try to be relaxed.
That's good advice.
Thank you. Should I open up a website?
Yes.
www.asklenay.com.
That would be great.
Lenay the sadness doctor.
As long as there's not a webcam on it.
Why? What is the problem with you, Dubs? We're enjoying a young girl being here.
Okay, what's your problem?
He's afraid of children and mayonnaise.
He's pushing on the thumbnail.
All right, why are you afraid of mayonnaise? Are you allergic to them?
I tell people I am, just so I don't have to go through the weirdness of saying that I'm just really afraid of them.
But is it the smell, the taste of it?
The whole thing. The look, the taste, the texture.
This is of children?
Yes.
All right, what you should do...
Texture.
What you should do is you could just not buy mayonnaise, relax, drink your favorite drink like water, because that always helps me.
What about beer?
Okay, that's what you used to do. I'm the advice.
Remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Beer sadness doctor holiday, remember?
Yeah.
This is your advice, not mine.
Yeah. So I said that, but are you saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here is Nick. Nick, you're on Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Lenay, I think you need to help J-Dubs relax.
Okay. All right.
I think you should go over there and give him a back rub.
All right, why don't you get in a chair, Dubs, where she can come over and just give you a neck rub. Part of the app. What's wrong?
Okay, bye.
Cameras in here or something?
Yes, there is a camera. Go ahead.
He's so worried about being photographed. That's such a weird part of this phobia of his.
Maybe you should put on some music and relax, Dubs. You can just...
Put some Enya.
Yeah.
Like some Enya?
Yeah. Oh. All right, there you go.
Oh, that's relaxing music.
Yeah. Dim those lights, would you, Fezzy?
Sure.
This is the weirdest.
Go ahead and dim those lights.
I'm getting more tense than relaxed here.
How does he feel, Lenay? Does he feel comfortable?
He feels so, he feels like he doesn't have any bones.
Oh, he will.
You know what he likes? You know the hairs on his chin there, his goatee?
No.
He likes it when someone pulls on those.
All right, then I'll do that too.
Is that...
this is hell.
Why are you covering your eyes?
I'm in my own shame over here.
All right, you're just weird. Come on back over here, Lenay.
It's like Red Dragon. You're putting the mirrors in your eyes.
He is odd. You're odd, Dubs.
I'm sorry.
Here's Tony. Tony, you're on Fez.
Hello?
Yeah, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, you guys should have Lenay and Rob Speedwack's daughter, Julia, just do a weekend show for like an hour or two. That would be pretty cool.
I wouldn't mind putting them on 11 and just trying to figure out until Dubs is ready to come back and do the hideout, because he can't do it anymore.
Exactly.
He's just too weirded out.
We'll do Lenay and Robbie's daughter and J-Dubs on the Bald Truth.
Okay.
All right, Dirk, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I just want to say, J-Dubs, you got to get over it. All that stuff you're talking about is just BS, man.
Yeah. Well.
What are you acting it out?
What do you
it's
think?
Not even real.
Yeah. Oh, you think that he's making it up?
Absolutely.
It's all in your mind, Dubs.
My mind's powerful then, because it doesn't feel like that.
You've never been able to say that before, have you?
Yeah. That's why I don't believe it. I don't believe it's all in my head.
Hey, Joe, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
You know, I used to listen to you guys back in New York and all. And with the whole hurricane coming up Florida, have you been talking about this is Charlie?
This is Charlie.
You know, we haven't talked about the hurricane yet, Fuzzy. Where exactly is it?
We got 2 hurricanes. Hurricane Shirley is... this is Charlie. They've evacuated Key West, so it's coming like across Cuba towards the Key West area of Florida.
Yeah.
And then you got Tropical Storm Bonnie, who is in the Gulf of Mexico and is going to hit somewhere around the Gulf Coast.
So somewhere around the Panhandle, probably.
Yeah, so it's going to be a real 1-2 punch with both storms.
Have they ever been hit like that, 2 hurricanes at the same time?
You know what? I don't think they've ever been hit twice. I can't remember that 2 hurricanes have hit that state at the same time.
Here is Maria. Maria, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Love your show.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say Lenay is great. Get rid of Crazy Jen and keep Lenay.
Well,
oh, yeah. Woo!
Lenay has been our...
Bring in the coal, yeah?
Lenay has been our friend for a long, long time. When did we first have you on the show, Lenay? 2 years ago? Longer?
How old were you?
Ago.
3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've known Lenay for a long time. And I don't know what's wrong with Dubs. Do you feel paranoid around Crazy Jen Watley, Dubs?
No.
Does your girlfriend know that you're this uncomfortable around children?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's well aware.
Here's Bonnie. Bonnie, you're on Fez.
Hi, guys. How are you?
What's up?
Well, what I want to know is, particularly from the listeners, is why are some phobias okay and some are BS? I'm defending Dubs because people are calling in saying that his phobias are BS. You know, to be afraid of flying in an airplane is utterly ridiculous. There are more deaths for choking every year than there are flying in an airplane. But his phobias are wrong. I mean, phobias are phobias. He's scared of what he's scared of. That's that.
What is yours, Bonnie?
I don't think I have any, to be honest.
No, you're saying this is a real phobia. Don't tease the guy about it. Should he work on it, though? Should he work on it?
Well, yeah, I think everybody should work on their phobias, absolutely.
Do you think the best way is for him to take Lenay home, spend a little time reading science books with her, get her ready for bed, get her up those steps before Fez and her dad gets home from work?
Yeah, I don't know about the putting her to bed thing. I think that you got to draw the line somewhere. But
all right, so
cook her a little food or something.
You cook her some popcorn, Dubs?
Yeah, exactly. Watch a little movie with her, but let her get her own pajamas on. She's 7 years old. She talks like she's 23. You know, I think she can handle that on her own.
All right, good point. All right, so don't worry about getting her to bed, Dubs. We'll take Dubs. You know where Fez lives. You're gonna drive her over there. You'll call us from the house. I don't want any lights going on, nothing but candlelight. And what's wrong, Dubs? You don't really want to try this?
I'll try it.
There's plenty of snacks there. You're all set.
Bonnie, I don't think he wants to get better. That's the
you know what? I'm a flight attendant, and I talk to so many people that will not get on an airplane. And if they say that to somebody, everybody goes, oh, yeah, you know, they totally understand. But Dubs says he's scared of kids, and everybody's like, you're a freak. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know, you're scared of what you're scared of. That's, you know, it just is.
And you don't think, you don't think people can deal?
Yeah, but you know.
You go ahead, Lenay.
I'm just a regular girl, and what's there to be scared of?
She's not an airplane.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Well, I understand that.
No, you're making her feel bad about herself.
Either.
You don't like kids?
Not too much, no. I'm not scared of them, but I just don't care to be around them that much.
I wish you were my flight attendant every ride.
Oh, I'm sweet to the kids on the plane. Don't get me wrong.
All right, but here's the thing. If you said it about, this is always the funny thing about kids. If you said it about any other class of people, everybody would be mad. You're allowed to say, I don't like kids in this country. You can't say, I don't like blacks, I don't like women, I don't like Spanish people. Everybody will come in. But you are allowed to get away with, why can't they keep the kids out of a restaurant? And I never understand why everybody is okay with that prejudice.
I think they should have separate water fountains.
I always think there should be a sign out front of the jet where it says you got to be this tall to ride this ride.
But
like they do at the park.
I don't understand why we still cop into that prejudice and we act like they're not people. You're a person, Lenay.
You know, why are you scared? Why are you scared of children? They're just another version of you, except smaller. Get it? Smaller.
Thank you, honey.
No, but you know what? It's not that I'm scared of kids, and it's not the kids that I got the problem with. It's the way that people raise them. If children
a lot of adults are
when we were kids.
A lot of adults are not acting right, but you can't go around blaming. You can't keep them out of your place.
No, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I blame the parents, and I still don't care to be around them.
Oh, God.
You know, but it's not. I mean, it's not the kid's fault. It's the way the parents.
She'd be perfect for you, Dubs.
Yeah. You know, weird thing is, I'm not into kids, but I do like midgets.
That is odd.
That's very odd.
Okay, now you are weird.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, I'm not the weird one. I'm not the weird one.
Who is? Her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
She was the stewardess you heard about that put the Xanax in the baby's juice.
No, that was a guy. That was a guy. No, I'm all woman. Trust me.
All right, we got to take a break. Thanks for calling us, Bonnie.
Sure.
Thanks for sticking up for the Dubs. You're going to hear his show on 11 o'clock here tonight in Washington, D.C.
And maybe I'll have to give me a back rub and get this.
You know what? Somebody actually wrote in that this is the most hetero thing I've ever heard Dubs involved in. We'll take a break. We're back in just a few moments. It's the Ron and Fez Show.